Okay, we're back with a third photo to edit in this Photo Fixes series. Again, same client, Preserved Timber Products, similar product, garden shed. With this one, we can see it's not actually looking really bad at all. It's nicely taken, the isometric angle where it's coming into that corner in the middle here. But there are certain things that we could do maybe to give this a bit more punch. And I'm going to try something a bit different that I haven't done in the other videos. And we're going to use the crop tool. And we're going to change the ratio. Find where it is, ratio top left-hand corner here. And we're going to change it to 1:1 for square. Going to bring this down. We're going to add a little bit more detail left and right. So we're still going to have our shed central, but we're going to use Photoshop to create that around it. It used to take ages. I used to have to use things like the clone tool and clone all of these panels here and extend them and clone this line and this line, and it used to take ages. The grass was relatively quick. But I'm interested to see how it manages the tree line in the background, so I'm going to do that as the first job to see how it works. First attempt, not bad at all. So look at the second one, similar. Because it's got so much to work with, we're only extending by a little bit. Everything else becomes that little bit easier. So I think we'll go with that one. I'm going to go to Layer and flatten our image. If you notice, I'm adding the bits in before we do any adjustments and final tweaks like the color. Next up, we're going to use, again, this Content Aware tools in Photoshop, which I'm a big fan of. And we're going to tidy up this lawn and see if it does a good job of that. We can see it's probably out of season when this was installed. Hadn't been mowed, and also probably people walking over it, carrying stuff over it. So let's get this immaculate. So with this, I'm going to put lawn and see what it comes up with. That's looking more like a finished immaculate lawn. So we've got three options. I think we'll go with the first one. The colors and tones are just slightly closer to the rest of the photo time of day. So again, we're going to go flatten that. Okay. Next up, there's a couple of markings on the concrete lintel there, or gravel boards. I'm not sure what they are, but let's use the heal tool. And this is where I'll zoom right in. Command and plus, keyboard shortcut for that. And I'm going to use the square brackets to reduce the brush sizes down. Trim these up, tidy them up nicely. Do. So it's noticeable we've been editing this when we're close in, but when we zoom back out, it'll just make that look more seamless. Got a little bit of a line here on the fence, almost like the concrete's cracked, so let's get rid of that. This is the one that AI has brought in. And with these photos, we're not trying to make them look unrealistic. We want to keep the product very similar to what it was, but we're just improving the setting to make it look nicer without having to wait until the lawn's sorted, etc. Let's heal that out, and the same for the battens that go underneath the shed. We can see that the shed is elevated on these battens, but we don't need to see them, if that makes sense. Being a bit overly zealous for getting that gravel in. Okay, that's looking nicer. Couple of final touches now to finish up. Get rid of a couple of these marks on the lawn, but that's already looking really nice. We've extended the photo, we've sharpened it up a little bit, but we've done very little to the shed itself, which we don't want to because it's an adorable little shed. So now we're going to select this area here and select that area around. And now we're going to put in blue sky trees. We want to keep the trees in there, but I want to make this a little bit more sunny. It may not work. It may try and do too much. So that's made it look like a different location completely. So is that. That one looks quite nice. I'm going to add clouds as well, because we want a couple of clouds in. I think we'll go with that one. It looks natural. It fits it really nicely. And let's flatten that image. I didn't have to do that step. It was already looking pretty good as a photo anyway. And now let's go to the sponge tool, and we're just going to brush over it to saturate it by 10%. Get that blue a little bit more vibrant, without it looking unrealistic. Same for our shed. Give it a bit more colour and oomph. And I don't want to do much else to that. I think I'm happy with that. 7 minutes in, we've taken a photo that was already pretty decent in this case. This one here. We've made it square so it's more suitable, and it's given it more of a background location to work in. And we've tidied up the lawn, tweaked the background to make it a nicer day. And yeah, pretty happy with that. What do you think? Leave your comments. I will try my best to get back to them, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.